Welcome back to Megaman X. In this section, we're going to take on the third section of Sigma's fortress. So now we're pretty deep into his fortress. The music's taking a turn. It's a little creepier now. And we're immediately going to refight a boss. And this time, it's Armored Armadillo, and so this fight doesn't take 10 years. Ah, I screwed it up. Like, Armadillo's not too difficult, just with the Buster, it just takes a while, because all of your shots deal 1 damage to him. See, I know there's like a loop you can get him stuck in. Like that, except I'm not doing it very well. It's like, there's like a jump shoot pattern you can get him trapped in. Which I almost had. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. There, now he at least can't block. He always does his armadillo roll after you wreck his armor. And I got taken out by it. I fully admit fault on that one. That was all my bad. Fortunately, it doesn't take more than like 5 seconds to get back into a fight against him. I mean, if I wasn't trying to do it the stupid way, I could beat him with just the Buster. In fact, I'll prove it. Yeah, if you shoot him with a charge shot when he's blocking like that, if he blocks it, he'll absorb it and shoot it back at you. I think I spoke too soon. My timing is so bad on this. Okay, I retract that previous statement. I would need a lot of practice to do him Buster only. Ugh. Just kill him the cheesy way. I don't care. Wait, why am I not shooting him when he's doing that? Ugh. He's just not a fun boss to fight. Even if I was good at it, doing it with the Buster only, it would still take forever because he'd only take 1 damage from my shots. Good little spot to farm for energy because you can make those bats respawn really easy. But I'm at full health and full tanks. So Sting Chameleon. I don't even know how easy it is to hit him with a Hadouken. I'm probably not gonna, I'm not gonna get a chance after. Here's his weakness against him. I believe it's homing torpedo. Or not. Could have swore it was. It's obviously. Is it Rolling Shield? Like I said, I don't remember half these. It's not Fire Wave. I'm pretty sure it's not that. I'm pretty sure that's Flame Mammoth. not electric spark. Is it boomerang? Boomerang cutter. Okay, that's gotta be it. Yes. The only problem is they like to arc downward and he likes to hang out in the air. Fortunately though, if you catch your boomerang... Yeah, if you hit him with the cutter, it causes him to immediately detach from the ceiling. He's shaking stuff down at you. But thankfully, if you throw a cutter and it comes back to you, you regain the energy for it, so you don't waste it, which is pretty handy. This part is just going terribly. Yeah, most of the boss refights are in this stage just simply because... So all those energies right there, you can't get unless you do this. And that's what I was trying to avoid. Yeah, let's grab that because I need it. You know, I don't claim to be like a super duper expert at video games, I just play them for fun. And this is... yeah, Mandrill. Like, I'm trying to do the refights a little differently so I don't do them the exact same way I did them the first time. But like you see, his defense is pretty low, so he takes quite a bit of damage from the X Buster shots. So even without his weakness, he's still very easy. This poor guy doesn't have a chance no matter what you do. Yeah, X is pretty hurt there. He's panting even though he's a robot, which doesn't make much sense. Thankfully there's some energy up here. We're finally coming onto a boss that I can actually affect with a certain weapon. Now, interestingly enough, both of the other bosses are affected by the same weapon, Boomerang Cutter. Now we're fighting Large Octopus here, and if you put 2 and 2 together, you can probably assume what's going to happen when I hit him with this. You hit him enough times, you cut his tentacles off. He can no longer do his tornado move. He can no longer suck you in and do his energy drain. All he can do is fire missiles at you. So that makes him a lot more predictable. Makes him a lot easier because you sit there and pepper him to death. And there's really not much he can do. That bottom missile will never hit you as long as you're shooting. I'll demonstrate like a dashing shot hurts more. See, that did 2 units of damage instead of 1. Kind of a nice feature, puts a little more, you know, you gotta risk getting closer to the boss to shoot him with it, but I don't know if it's a bug or not. Well, something like that seems like it'd be pretty hard to not have in there. So there's a bit of spikes up there, I believe. Yeah, there's an extra life and some health up there. I believe what you're supposed to do is use a charged shotgun ice to slide across it, but I would think a boomerang cutter would also work. I really don't need the life. And actually, I kind of do need the life, but you know what? Game overs don't really matter that much here. Oh, I need to select boomerang cutter again because I need it. So Flame Mammoth here is the other boss that we can affect by using multiple uses of Boomerang Cutter. And again, if you put 2 and 2 together, you can probably assume what happens when you hit him with it. As it cuts his trunk off. He can no longer do his oil attack after that. But really, that's the one attack that he's the least likely to use anyway. And it really doesn't do that much to the fight. He's still pretty dangerous. Well, not really. He's still pretty easy. But it doesn't really, if you're having trouble with him, it really doesn't make things that much easier, because he doesn't use the oil very often. Maybe he's more of a challenge in Maverick Hunter X? I don't know. I've played through that game once, and it was years ago, so I don't remember if he's any harder in that. But yeah, those are the bosses that you can affect using different weapons. You can remove Armadillo's shell, you can remove Mammoth's trunk, and Octopus's tentacles. So this is D-Rex. This is a boss that's not even finished. It was supposed to be like some huge dinosaur tank. That's all they have. This guy is very rarely ever going to hurt you. The only time he's going to hurt you is when he uses this energy ball right here, which is really easy to dodge, and if you get trapped in between both halves of him. That's the only time this dude is going to hurt you. And it's very easy to dodge. He can slam into the walls, and if you're standing on that wall, he can dislodge you from it. Yeah, if you're just in the corner, that energy ball will never hurt you. And I'm actually... Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, I died. It seems to be a recurring thing. I say a boss is really easy, and then I get just destroyed. And now I'm on my last life, I believe. Yep. But that's okay, because once I defeat this guy, we'll be on to the final fortress level, so... And really, lives there don't matter at all. Just a little too slow. But as you can see, his attacks are pretty easy to dodge if you're paying attention. Oh wow, that hit me. But yeah, Sigma evidently just didn't have enough time building him, and that's why he is just like a jaw, and that's it. Not very threatening. Ragna's definitely harder. Bow Spider can be more difficult. The only thing is his attacks do a lot of damage, but they're really easy to avoid. So that takes care of the boss for the third fortress. And then the password, that doesn't really matter. So on the final part, we're going to take on the big man himself, Sigma. Catch you guys then.